I love reading manga. Mangaka can create unforgettable, emotionally stirring visuals using lines. I wonder, why do these lines look so good? What's the logic behind them? Just saying they look nice isn't enough. We need to break it down, quantify it, and understand why these lines resonate with us. Of course, it's not just lines. There's also screen tones, shadows, and various shading techniques. We'll touch on those too. Here's how I understand good line art. Order. Information, while still maintaining order. Contrast. Contrast creates rhythm, but only if it's not chaotic. In this video, I'll share 5 key concepts for understanding line, along with 2 techniques to boost visual impact. And finally, how I apply these ideas in my own drawings. What makes line work ordered? There are no lines in real life. We see lines because our brains extract shapes from reality. It's almost instinctual. So the first step in drawing a good line is accuracy. But accurate doesn't mean copying everything exactly. It's not about more detail. It's about having a strategy, how you simplify and understand the shape of what you're drawing. That's also what separates us from AI. For simple objects, instinct works fine. But when things get complicated, drawing without a simplification strategy just leads to a mess. Back in college, I had a design class where we traced photos using transparent paper. If we just mindlessly traced, the result often lacked ordered. But if we ignored details and focused on key anchor points connecting just those, much better, right? Curved versus straight lines. When simplifying shapes, sometimes we use curves, sometimes straight lines. Straight lines usually feel more tense or dynamic. Curves feel soft and inward. The balance between the two creates rhythm. Boys Abyss uses more straight lines. It's one of my favorite manga, by the way. After the Rain uses more curves. Straight lines can give an image a greater sense of tension. Personally, I lean toward a 70% straight, 30% curved ratio. In some cases, an image dominated by curves can also feel very tense. In March, I visited the Shanghai Museum and saw calligraphy from the Jin dynasties. Lots of flowing curves in Wang Shiji's work. I'm not sure how to explain it. What do you think? Simplifying outer contours. You might be wondering, how much do we simplify? Manga is inherently stylized. But even realistic styles simplify outer contours. Even in pre-photography paintings, outer lines were simple. Detail lives inside the contours. That's what creates realism. Simpler outer contours enhance the form, but they carry less literal information. So it's hard for a strong sense of form and intricate detail to truly coexist. In this painting by Rembrandt, the overall contours are simplified, but there are still subtle variations. Otherwise, the structure wouldn't be able to support the details. That's why League of Legends art will never be as simple as Pokemon. The visuals need much more realistic detail, adding information and contrast. Once the line is ordered, we can boost information and contrast. The first technique is line weight. A single line can vary in thickness. This natural shift gives a sense of movement. Let's see how manga artists use this. The variation in line weight increases the amount of information while also making the lines more expressive. We can observe that this drawing uses 3 levels of line weight. The thickest lines define the outer contour. Thinner lines are used for the main structure and to separate objects. The thinnest lines indicate tonal values. I used the same approach for these 2 drawings. In contrast, this one has no hierarchy in line weight. You can clearly see the difference. Designing line weight in layers helps add information without losing order. If I only add details, the drawing looks messy. But by using thicker lines to emphasize the outer contour, it instantly feels more organized. Besides adding more information, it also helps reinforce a sense of space. Lines that are closer to the viewer are thicker, while lines that are farther away are thinner. For example, one cube behind another. Occlusion. This is the solid black area you often see in manga. Let's say a character has a clear light source. That creates strong light/shadow divisions. But on cloudy days, diffuse light softens the contrast. Still, some areas receive no light. These occlusion zones can be blacked out to add density. This is probably the most common technique. It's basically ambient occlusion in 3D rendering. shading and texture. Besides line work, shading is also a common way to add visual information. It's rare to see drawings that rely solely on lines. For example, Midnight Blue's drawings use very simple lines, but they look amazing. They apply line weight hierarchy and ambient occlusion subtly, but most of the visual richness comes from the shapes and textures of the shadows. The hills in the background are drawn with simple shapes, but the use of small strokes makes the image feel much more detailed. This scene is also very simple, but the subtle details in the shadow shapes significantly increase the visual information. In After the Rain, screen tones are used to add texture and detail. And in Akibi's sailor uniform, the rendering of the skirt and hair adds a high density of visual information to the scene. How to practice line. Simply put, the idea is to add more information while keeping the line work organized, so the image becomes richer without becoming chaotic. One of the most effective templates is line weight hierarchy plus occlusion, and then optionally add local color. This already looks pretty good. I've been doing this consistently, so now I want to explore new approaches. The principle stays the same. Use different methods to add detail. Lately, I've been experimenting with watercolor brush textures to increase the information density. I found that the easiest mistake to make is trying to copy photos directly. That's a perfect counterexample. All the techniques we discussed, those are artistic tools. When drawing from photos, the goal isn't to copy. It's to express using drawing language. Same backlit scene, handled artistically, it feels way more expressive, right? Back to watercolor. I set up some rules. Hair gets shadow variation. Face stays unshaded. Clothes use brush texture to add detail. A touch of occlusion here and there. By using rules like that, I can block out the noise of reality and focus on organizing the image with lines. I've tried a few studies using this method. And realized my biggest issue is still fundamentals. I don't understand anatomy deeply enough yet. If you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to check out my Patreon. I post reflections on my drawing process, along with the studies and experiments I do to improve. Link in the description. Thanks for your support.